What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a budget to somewhat mid-range gaming keyboard for the review. This is a very good keyboard and brings some very attractive features at this price point, like hot swappable switches, perky RGB illumination and full software support. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. Okay, so the Redragon K617 Fizz RGB gaming keyboard comes in this sort of box packaging, and inside you get to see your keyboard, a white USB Type-C cable, a key puller, a switch puller, some extra switches, and the instruction manual and some stickers. Key puller, I will say, the key puller that they have provided, that is not a very good one. It would have been better if they would have provided a better one, because these type of keycap pullers scratches the keycaps very easily. Anyways, coming on to the physical overview of the keyboard, this is a very attractive looking keyboard but with a very subtle look at the same time. This grey and white combination just looks stunning, and the brand has well maintained the color scheme across the whole body. There's great attention to detail. Even the feet are white to match the grey-white color scheme. By the way, this keyboard is also available in other colors as well, so if you want, you can check out later on. Coming to the top, the font that they have chosen is not very bold or gamery or funky looking. It is a very simple font and is perfect for all sorts of uses. The weight of this keyboard is 412 grams only. It is a very light keyboard, and especially compared to my 65% keyboard, it is a very light one, because I use this as a daily driver. It is the Cosmic Byte Artemis, and I can't tell the exact weight, I can't tell the exact difference between them, but the difference is really worth mentioning. It is that much different in weight. So this is a 65% keyboard and this is a 60% keyboard. I don't think just 5 more keys gives so much weight to this keyboard. So I will say this is a very light keyboard, and if you want to carry it in your backpack, this is a very good one, very good option for you to buy it. Okay, so coming to the Type-C port, they have given it on the left side, and the cable that they have provided is a L-shaped cable. I feel like this is a better placement compared to the traditional top style, as it is tucked to a side. Now it is completely subjective, so I just shared my point of view. And now coming to the height adjusters, these are of very good quality, and this has rubber feet so it doesn't scratch your table. And even if you don't use the height adjusters, then also you will get a slightly angular design which will let you feel a slight elevation for the front keys. Now the part that you all have been waiting for, the switches and using experience. So the switches that they have used are their custom red switches. I'm saying custom because they made it, and these feel similar to Otemu Browns. They sound like Otemu Browns, so that is the reason I felt like these are quite similar to Otemu Browns. These switches are less loud compared to Otemu Reds, but are slightly loud compared to Otemu Browns. So that's why I said these are custom red switches from Redragon. Now if I compare what it feels like and compare it with the Otemu Browns, they feel like actual red switches only, and they are great for gaming. I will recommend this over Otemu Browns any day. If compared to Otemu Reds, to be honest, I don't know if these switches are that durable or not. I have used it for a week, so not sure about the durability. But in terms of experience, these are great and very similar to the Otemu Red switches. And one of the highlights of this keyboard is that this is hot swappable. You can change the switches if they get damaged, and you get 4 extra in the box, so you don't have to worry about not getting any in the aftermarket. Now coming to the keycaps, these keycaps are of very good quality for the price and the RGB shines perfectly through them. I didn't see any light bleeding from the keycaps, which is a very good thing in this price point. And for the stabilizers, this keyboard has great stabilizers for the price. Just see how little the spacebar rattles. This is just amazing at this price. Okay, so here's a quick sound test. For the software, you need to download it from their website, and in it you can fully customize the RGB, the brightness, the speed, the effects, everything, and set macros, and you can have multiple profiles for a quick switch. So if you don't want to use the software, you can still control the RGB. You can go through all the effects with the help of the keyboard shortcuts that were listed in the manual itself. But in order to get the full customization support, you need to install the software. Now coming on to my personal experience, and I'm starting with gaming because this is a gaming centric keyboard. So my gaming experience was really good. I played a lot of games, and especially Valorant, which is an esports title. I mostly play that game, so that is the game I played, and except for that, maybe sometimes Genshin Impact and some other games like God of War. So these are the games that I played, and I will say this is a very good keyboard. Most of the gamers will like this keyboard. Like, switch preference is subjective, right? So majority of the gamers will like this keyboard. And if you are a casual gamer, like you are like gaming is your hobby and not something like you are trying to follow it as a career, so then I will say this is a very good keyboard. You can go with it. And even if you are a competitive gamer, like you are someone who is trying to get into esports, just a beginner, so for them also I will say this is a good option for you to see. Like, you can check it out, that this is a very good keyboard at this price range. You won't see these kind of features at this price point. And these switches, like these are red switches only, like they are slightly customized red switches, but they are red switches only and they perform very well. So I will say this is a very good keyboard. You can definitely check this out. And now coming to using it as a daily driver. So the typing experience of this keyboard is really good. Like, the key presses, the feedback, everything is good. But this is a 60% keyboard, so many keys are missing. Like, I switched from a standard keyboard to a 65% keyboard, and I felt like that was okay. I felt even if the number pad is missing and some keys are missing, I can use it with the function key and all. That's good. But here, so much is missing. Like, even the arrow keys are not there. So just to use the arrow keys, I have to press the function button and then use the WASD to use the arrow keys. That is a big headache, and I use arrow keys like a lot. So, and there are a lot of buttons that are missing. So I will say that 60% keyboards are only for gamers, and if you are a casual gamer and you want this keyboard as your primary keyboard just to make space in your desk, so I will say this is not a very good choice. But if you want, then you can definitely go with it. Like, the keyboard is perfect, you will get great typing experience, and this is a very compact keyboard, so everything is fine. But the thing is, this is a 60% keyboard, and for a daily driver, this is not enough. It is perfectly made for gamers, but not for the other persons, like the normal users. So if you are a gamer, you can definitely check this out. And if you are someone who is trying to get a small keyboard, I will recommend you to go with a 65% keyboard instead of the 60% keyboard. But still, if you want a 60% keyboard, you can definitely go with this option. This is a very good keyboard and it has very attractive features at this price point. I will repeat this point multiple times. This has very attractive features at this price point because this has hot swappable switches. So even if the switches get damaged, you have 4 in the box itself, so you can just change it. So this is a very good keyboard. Okay, so one more thing I wanna tell is that this is a Redragon keyboard, and earlier I have reviewed a one-handed mechanical keyboard like the I forgot the model number, but it is a one-handed gaming keyboard from Redragon which has brown and blue Automo switches. I have the brown variant and I reviewed it. You can check it out on my channel. So that keyboard, I switched the switches. I switched the switches like this is a red switch from Redragon and that is a Automo switch from obviously that is a Automo brown. So I switched them and both the circuit boards support each other's switches. There is no problem. So you can use red Automo switches or brown Automo switches if you want to change. Like just in case if you want to change, I'm giving the information. And last but not the least, if you want some RGB grooving, here you go. And this is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, then toss a like on this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I will be catching you guys in the next one. Until then, peace out.